I can keep the party going with the perfect music, whether it's top 40, 60s, 70s, 80s, country, and more. I can work with a music list you provide or offer some ideas. Call or text me today at 805-720-8519, 805-720-8519.
The Information Station. We research the information so you know what's going on. AM 1440 and FM 106.3, KUHL.
7:32. Thanks for tuning in to the Information Station. Coming up, we'll check in with California News and also Santa Barbara County Superintendent of Schools, Susan Salcido, coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. It should be right about 8:05 this morning. Well, it's time to talk food with our favorite grocery gal, Amy Goldsmith. Amy's helped to launch and grow some of the most well-known brands that many of us eat or at least see on grocery shelves daily. You can follow her and her antics on Instagram at The Grocery Gal, where she reviews new products and gives us a glimpse into her crazy life as a food finder. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Ben.
All right, we're going to start with the latest in food news, and this might kind of tie in with all this coronavirus discussion.
Yeah, Ben, well, there's some food news today, so we'll catch up right now. But China has now declared an immediate and comprehensive ban on trade and consumption of wild animals as food. And that's because of the possibility that the coronavirus made the leap from animals to human at a live meat market in Wuhan. So the virus is thought to have originated in bats, which may have passed it to an intermediary species, and then that was passed on to humans at the market in Wuhan. So that market was shut down in early January, but now there's a total ban on the consumption of wild animals as food.
All right, so what does this mean for consumers?
Well, I mean, for us here, nothing as it relates to that shutdown of wild animals. I mean, that's definitely more of a regional delicacy. For us overall, in terms of the supply chain in the food world as it relates to us, many retailers, I would say most retailers in the U.S., are not fans of food products from China, just generally speaking. I mean, obviously, if it's an Asian food, then that's a little bit different. But for the most part, generally speaking, years and years ago when there was some issues with China, retailers like Trader Joe's said, we are not taking anything that says made in China. Some of the things that have occurred are, like, what might happen is someone who's making a product might take all the ingredients and send it to China, then it's assembled in China and then brought back to the U.S. So that's a little different. So if it's assembled in China, we'll definitely start to see a shortage of those types of products because they're shipping and those kinds of things are slowing down as a result of people being quarantined and not going to work. So
all right. Well,
we might start seeing some supplies diminish of things, but it overall, from a grocery perspective, won't affect us too much.
All right, got you. There's some FDA news, I think, too, right?
That's right. So the Food and Drug Administration published a warning letter to Jimmy John's, urging the sandwich shop chains to just adjust their procedures after several individuals became sick with illness linked to products sold at their locations over the last 8 years, and that includes in Jimmy John's in California. So clover sprouts and cucumbers at some Jimmy John's locations are thought to be the products infecting customers with E. coli and salmonella. You may recall that there was a huge E. coli and salmonella outbreak a couple of years ago, and no one really knew where it was coming from. It turns out it might have been Jimmy John's, and it was due to their clover sprouts and cucumbers. So the restaurant has about 15 days to respond to detail how they will make the changes. But in the meantime, they are no longer offering clover sprouts in their sandwiches.
All right, and I think you've got some less depressing news for us, right?
Yeah, a little less depressing news. It's snacking news, and who doesn't love a good snack? So Lay's Potato Chips is bringing the heat this month. They're re-releasing 3 limited edition chip flavors: crispy taco, hot sauce chips, and wavy fried green tomato chips.
Ooh.
So it's part of, what do you think?
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some spice there. It's part of a co-marketing stunt with the 18th season of NBC's The Voice. You'll see the Voice logo on those packages. It debuted this last Monday night. And they're also introducing 3 other flavors, including Flamin' Hot Chips, Cheddar Jalapeno Chips, and Lay's Poppables Sea Salt and Vinegar Chips. And all of these salted flavors are currently available at stores nationwide. What do you think of those flavors?
I like those. Actually, one of my favorites is the salt and vinegar. I really like the flavors there. They kind of make you pucker a little bit. But, yeah, there's some interesting flavors.
Yes, They do make you chuckle. That's so funny. I feel the same way. And finally, in food news, have you ever been to the Costco food court? It's the area outside the store where you can buy inexpensive food items that are really, really delicious.
Matter of fact, I've had a hot dog, and I love their pizzas over there, yeah.
There you go. Well, anyone can eat there. And I know people who aren't even Costco members and would stop by for a quick cheap bite, like you said, the pizzas, the $1.99 pizza specials, or hot dogs, even Caesar salads. Well, unfortunately, beginning next month, Costco has changed their policy, and effective March 16th, an active Costco membership card will be required to purchase items from the food court. And it's going to roll out nationally. The date might vary from store to store, but it's sort of like gasoline. You have to be a Costco member now, a Costco member to get gas. So you're going to have to be a member to get a yummy pizza. So in case you're wondering, now, a Costco membership is about $60 a year.
Yep. All right. I know in the old days, I recall businesses could be members. I don't know if that's true anymore.
Right. Well, originally when it opened, it was for small businesses only, but then they realized the potential in opening the memberships up to the general public. And although business members can still shop, I think, an hour earlier than the general public, so they can get in and out faster without all the crowds. But the worldwide sales for Costco now are $64 billion, billion with a B. And so what's interesting about that to me is that Costco warehouses carry only about 4,000 SKUs. That's like about 4,000 different items compared to about 30,000 found at a supermarket. So Costco only has 4,000 compared to 30,000 at a supermarket. And why they do this is that they can offer the best value to members. And what also research has found is that when customers have fewer items to choose from, they're actually more likely to buy. Too many options can result in what they call purchasing paralysis, and then there's no sales.
Interesting. We're speaking to Grocery Gal Amy Goldsmith, the time 7:38. Now, you mentioned purchasing paralysis, Amy. So what is that exactly?
So let's say, Ben, you and Jenny want a new frying pan, right? And so you go to Macy's or Bed Bath & Beyond, and you have your choices of a stainless steel frying pan, nonstick, aluminum, enabled cast iron frying pan, uncoated cast iron, carbon steel and blue steel, and copper choices. So of these 7 varieties, these stores carry about 8 different brands of those. So you have All-Clad, Anilin, Teflon, Cuisinart, Farberware, and more. So now you're staring at the 7 different varieties and all of the different brands, and then the different sizes in each of these. And unless you've conducted hours of research, how do you know which one to buy?
Yeah, no
all
kidding.
You want is to have eggs, right? All you want to have is eggs in the morning.
Yeah.
So that's all you're looking for. So you're overwhelmed. So what do? You walk. You'll do it another time, which you won't. And guess what that's called? Purchasing paralysis. You're not going to buy it. But Costco will have 2 to 3 brand pans and maybe only one size. But guess what? It's fine. It's good enough. Task done. No purchasing paralysis. You're going to buy that one at Costco. You only have 2 options.
That must be why it's so easy to spend so much money there, right?
Oh, my gosh. Absolutely. It's just jumping off the shelf. It's easy to see. It's not complicated. And you feel like it's a need, not even a want. So it makes it really easy to pull it off the shelf. And they do that with food, too. There's special product configurations and things that you can't find anywhere else. So, next time you're in the grocery store and you want to buy cereal or mustard, look at how many options there are. My guess is you have your favorites of those, but you didn't think that it could be so overwhelming and lead to purchasing paralysis.
All right, some things to keep in mind there. And I guess for shopping, I guess you can find all kinds of things in there. Like for me, I usually shop for nutrition bars, and the ones that I buy, I think they're the Kirkland brand, and I think there's like 80 or 100 bars in that box.
That's right. Well, Kirkland brand is Costco's private label brand, and it's an upscale, delicious line of products. So if you're buying Kirkland, you're actually buying, really top-of-the-line products. They're just going, as we talked about in the past, they're going to the same co-manufacturers that I may use for branded products, and they're just putting it in their own bottles or packaging, and it's a lot less expensive. And like for nutrition bars is a great example, you'll find configurations that you can only find there. For example, like I was talking about, the frying pan may come with a saucepan, and that's for a certain price. You're only going to find that configuration there. Anywhere else, you'd have to buy them separately and for more money. And with food, they have what they call Costco packs. So like nutrition bars, it might be a pack of 24. but it's 8 bars in 3 different flavors in one box, where normally you would be buying those individual flavor boxes. There's 6 in it.
Yeah, I definitely like the variety, that's for sure. Well, some good information once again from Grocery Gal Amy Goldsmith. You can follow her and her antics on Instagram at The Grocery Gal, where she reviews new products and gives us a glimpse into her crazy life as a food finder. Amy, thank you so much, and then hopefully we'll catch up with you next week.
That's right, Ben. Thanks so much. Have a great day, everyone.
All right, 741. Birthdays and anniversary wishes, if you've got them, 928-1440 is my number.
When you need electrical and heating and air conditioning work done, don't trust it to just anybody. Since 1980, Smith Electric has provided quality service to Santa Barbara and San Luis Obispo counties. Smith staff of highly trained California certified electricians and HVAC technicians put their customers' needs first. Smith Electric handles it all, including design and permitting. Don't pay twice for the same job. Smith Electric, fully licensed and bonded with 24-hour on-call service. 1340 West Benaravia Road, Santa Maria. Call 805-621-5000. All-weather landscape. You've seen their trucks all over. So what do they actually do? Well, they're a full-service landscape company servicing the Tri-Counties areas from San Miguel to Thousand Oaks. They maintain commercial landscapes and install them as well, including new construction, custom residential, with drought-tolerant water conservation plans. Unlike other companies, they have an experienced landscape design team with their own in-house licensed landscape architect. Oh, they also do sprinkler repairs. Call them today. All-weather landscape. 805-922-0580. Or stop by their office at 1272 West Benaravia in Santa Maria.
742, good morning information now. Keep it right here. We'll check in with California news. We've got sports coming up, and a little after 8 o'clock this morning, Santa Barbara County Superintendent of Schools Susan Salcido, right after our ABC News update, 8:05 this morning.
Now your political insights from ABC News. The president at the White House assuring the nation.
We're very, very ready for this.
The NIH infectious disease director Anthony Fauci says they're breaking records finding a vaccine, but they cannot prove it works
Unless we really wait about a year to